What's going on? Today is January 17th. It is Monday. It's 5:36 a.m. over on the East Coast. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, January 17th, 2022. Markets are closed today. The futures markets are trading right now. They probably have a half a day. Cryptocurrency markets are open as always. Tesla, unfortunately, will not be trading today, but it'll be open tomorrow and the games will be back. Should be interesting. We've been closed for 3 days now, so looking forward to getting these markets open. Today's video, Tesla. We are going to take a look at Tesla. We're on a daily chart. We're on TradingView. Today we're going to discuss a couple quick things here. Since the market is closed today, we are going to look at when Tesla gets too far away from its 200-day moving average. So we're going to start over on February 19th in 2020, which is going to be this area right here shown on my screen. And then we're going to jump over to the area of January 25th, 2021, shown on my screen right here. And then we are going to go right to where we're at today, or tomorrow actually, which will be January 18th. So jumping back over to February, what was that date? February 19th, 2020. I'm going to zoom in here on the chart. All right, so Tesla went on a very nice rally from June 3rd, 2019, all the way up to February 19th, February 20th, February 19th, 2020. Now, this stock was split, but from the June 3rd, 19 low, call it around, let's see here, a low of 35 bucks and 40 cents up to a high of 188. So not a bad move. Obviously the stock has been split, so those prices were different at the time. So what we're going to look at is when Tesla goes on these rallies to the upside, starts moving higher and higher, and it's well above the 21-day and 50-day moving averages. It's riding right above them. It's a beautiful sight to see. But when we start to get too far away, when the price starts to get too far away from this red line, which is the 200-day moving average, it starts to raise some concerns in the back of my head, and for a lot of traders it does. At some point, the price likes to get back there, whether it's a sharp pullback seen from, let's say it started on February 20th down to March 18th, or if it's a slow, gradual trend sideways to eventually it'll hit it and then move higher. But what we want to look at is, what is the percentage above the 200-day that Tesla gets to before it starts to make a sharp pullback? So we will go down to the 200-day. We will go over to that February 19th. Right about there will work. We'll go up, and we're going to call it right around there. So Tesla was 183% above its 200-day before it pulled back. And when it pulled back sharp and fast. And you can see that with all these what are mostly red candles right to the 200-day. And what it did, like magic, is it found support on March 19th, 2020, bounced, and then continued its trend higher. So that was 119% above the 200-day on this instance back here in 2020. So let's take a look at another example here. So let's zoom into this area right here. Zoom in. And this area right here. So this looks like it was about the high, which was on January 25th, 2021. And as you can tell, prior to that date, Tesla was above its 50-day shown in green, above its 21-day shown in blue, and it was riding what people like to call that perfect 45-degree angle uptrend. And then it started to find some trouble around here in that February area. But let's get back to the high there. And let's see on this date, January 25th, 2021. Let's see what Tesla was above its 200-day moving average at that time. So we'll call it right around there. It was 125, give or take, percent at that time. Let's call it 127%, 499 points above its 200-day before it found its top and started to roll over into this sideways consolidation for many, many, many months between January, the end of January in 21, all the way up to October in 21. So it spent many months in a sideways range before breaking out on October 25th, 2021, and then it's been chopping around, as we could see, into our current times. So those two scenarios, we are going to look at where we are now compared to those two scenarios. So we were 119% and 127% above the 200-day before we found a top and rolled over. So we'll look at this scenario right here, which was Tesla's all-time high on November 4th, 2021. And then we'll look at where we're at today, or I should say Friday, the 14th of January 22. So let's take our tool here. Let's go to November 4th, and we'll go right there. We'll go up. So right around this time, Tesla was 69% above its 200-day. So not that bad. Not quite 119 or 127. And let's see where we're at today, which will be less than that. We're about 30%, give or take, above the 200-day. So if we do what we did in the past on those past two examples and we rally, let's move this up to, we'll have to adjust our chart here. We'll move it up to that first scenario, which was 119%. And it'll be slightly different because if the price slowly trends up from here or sideways to up, me pulling this percentage off the 200-day where it's at now will be different because the price will be different at that time, unless it does it in the near term, which the chances of that happening probably aren't that good. But just for a quick example, we'll grab here, we'll go up 119%, which puts us up right around this. Let's call it Tesla 1769. So that puts Tesla up from where it's at right now. Now, this wouldn't be the example that would happen unless Tesla did this move soon. But give or take from a 200-day up 119%, puts Tesla at the $1,700 range. And the other scenario was 127% above the 200-day before it rolled over. So let's call that right here. So the $1,800 range. So $100 difference, $1,700 to $1,800 Tesla. If we are above the 200-day, as much as we were in those prior two examples, which was 119% and 127%. Now, that does not seem crazy to me. If these markets continue higher, Tesla will be a leader in the pack, and it will shine as it always has for everybody who has invested in it long term, whether that's your buy and hold or those people who sell options on Tesla, call buyers, or if it's the traders who get in or they get out on different signals on Tesla. So that's kind of some of my thoughts here, just taking a look at Tesla. Our first scenario was over here in February of 2020. Our next scenario we did, number 2, was over here in January of 2021. And then we jumped over here to our January. What was this? This was June. That was January 21. And then we are in November over here, 21, and then our current time, which is February 20, or January 22, excuse me. So bring it up on your chart, just take a look at the distance between the 200-day in these 3 different time frames, and then you could get us some overhead projections for Tesla, assuming the market marches higher from here. As of this morning, because the futures are open, the NASDAQ was up 20 points. It was interesting last night. Market opened up pretty strong, pulled back, then the market went in the green or in the red for a while. And then as of this morning, 5:15, market is back in the green. I did like Friday's close. NASDAQ down a couple hundred points, and then even Tesla was down. And everything, Tesla and the NASDAQ both closed in the green on Friday. So that was some nice bullish action. So we'll see here. But just my takes on Tesla above the 200-day. What's kind of a rough range that you can expect Tesla to be above before it decides to do some kind of a pullback, whether that's a sharp pullback or a slow and steady downtrend to sideways action, which is what it did here. Let me zoom in here. So in this time frame here, from that Jan 21 to basically October 25th, 21, we pulled back to the 200-day after being up 127% above the 200-day, but we did it in a steady, slow, sideways, descending fashion. And then we kind of rode it for a couple months before breaking out. So I think right now we are just in this. Let me see if I can get a square tool up here, a rectangle. Right now, I think we are just in this pause to a much larger move to come to the upside, assuming we break out of this box properly. Because if we break down, that's going to spell some trouble for who knows how long. But if we break up, we'll see those upper targets of $1,700, $1,800 Tesla, whether it's this year or into next year. If the tech decides to rally again this year, then there's no reason why you can't expect those higher prices in Tesla. So, kind of my thoughts there. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you are not aware or familiar with, we do have a Patreon trading group. Within that group, we have a Tesla stock trader. I'll leave a link down in the video description. Explains what you can get in that group. And for any of those serious Tesla traders who like to just trade the stock, we don't do option stuff for Tesla, then You might want to check this out if you want exact entry, exit, and as well as trailing stops, as well as short entries if that is your cup of tea. But the thing is, when Tesla moves, whether it's to the upside or to the downside, and you are taking our signals, you will not be missing out on a strong move, whether that's up or down. And this is our Micro Futures Trader Patreon trading page. And there's a couple other tiers in here, but this video is about Tesla, so we're just mentioning the Tesla trading tier. So, as well on the screen, so if you are inside the Patreon trading group, this is how the signals look posted on a daily basis. So I wanted to show anybody who's not familiar with them what they look like. So this is, you'll get screenshots in the Patreon group. Sometimes I do audio updates and audio pricing, but it's almost always a screenshot from a spreadsheet with the prices in it. Taking a quick look over to the left, you can see it says Micro Futures Trader and then Tesla. This is a Tesla trading group. It has the date underneath that, has a ticker symbol, which for this example would be TSLA, and then the overhead portion of this screenshot is only posted long trades. That's why it says longs, as a reminder that these are long signals in this section. Next to that, it gives you the current position, whether that is short, long, or flat. It gives you the entry price, exactly, the exact exit price next to that, the exit stop. It gives you how many points to that stop from that entry, and it gives you the max risk per position per one share of stock for ease of tracking and keep things basic and simple for everybody. So below that looks the same, but this section has the short trades. So you'll get your date to your left, your symbol, which is TSLA for Tesla. This is a reminder that this is only for short trades. Obviously the current position next to that, the short entry, the exit, the protective exit stop, the points to that stop, and then next to that would be the max risk per one share of stock. And then below that, I do the theoretical risk if position was currently short, and then to the upside, up top of the spreadsheet, the theoretical risk if the position was currently long. And you can see that prior to entering a trade. So you can see what the risk is per one share of stock when the spreadsheet is filled in. It's not filled in right now because this is just an example for this video. So you can see that if Tesla had an entry at $500 and the exit stop was $100 below that, at $400, you can see that the max risk for that trade per one share of stock would be, for this example, $100. So just wanted to show you what the signals look like for the Patreon traders, and across the board, this is what the signals look like. So if you're in the SPY group, or you're in the Bitcoin micro futures, or you're in the indices micro futures, they all the spreadsheets look similar to this, minus the Tesla signal, the Tesla logo on the top. It'll say SPY or Bitcoin or something along those lines. So, all right, everybody. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Consider subscribing to this channel if you trade Tesla or you want to see some more videos about index ETFs, Tesla, micro futures, you name it. We will be working on some videos for you guys. All right, everybody. Enjoy your holiday and enjoy some time away from the market. It'll be back tomorrow, or you could be watching the futures all day today. Who knows? But thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.